Awesome. Welcome to the bonus content. So I want to congratulate you for finishing the course, first of all. So you got a lot of really deep information in terms of like the metaverse, NFTs, crypto, how to think about it, how to identify opportunities, how to zero in on them, and then how to do it with the community so you can speed up the process. So I hope you got a lot of value out of it. So now we want to talk about the next logical step. And so what I've created is a number of tools that will help facilitate that process. So here are the things that are available to you, and all these things are free. So there's no reason for you not to do it. So the first thing is that we've created a community DAO. So what this community DAO does is it helps bring people that have shared values and shared interests together. And so if you're interested in one part of the ecosystem, you can coordinate with other people who are interested in the same area. And so that's one of the things we're doing. And then as each group focuses on in a different area, the best projects from these different areas are going to kind of surface to the top. But now, in order for this to work, it really requires that everyone does their best, right? The last thing you want is for 2 or 3 people to work really hard and then for everyone else not to do anything. And so you really want to focus on areas that are deeply interesting to you, things that you're already kind of doing for free anyway, that you're spending your time on anyway, and then you're just sharing with us. And so that's the first thing, is you want to find areas that are deeply interesting, things that you're doing for, you're paying to do, okay, or you're loving it so much that you would do it even if you had to pay. And then you do that within this, sub-community. And then you want to create as much value as you can. So that's the first part. And then the more value you create for the community, the more the community will reward you back. And what we're going to do is create mechanisms to reward the best members. So if you're putting a lot and you're creating a lot of value for the community, then the community is going to also reward you for that. So that's part one. Part two is I've created a number of spreadsheets, Google Forms, and so on that can tie this whole thing together, okay? And so that people could really focus in on different areas and work on this as a group, okay? We've created a community on personalitynft.com for this, a dedicated course that really does a deep dive, and then we have groups that's focusing on this through different topics. So that's the second part. So we have a bunch of these tools that are ready and available to you. The third thing we're doing is, and this really takes the whole idea of NFTs for identity and personality, working within a metaverse that are going from point A to point B in a goal-oriented path. It really takes this idea to the next level. And that is that we're using a personality test, okay? An NFT that will create an NFT for you so you can get a mint of your own personality, get a personality NFT. And this is going to it's going to enlighten you to a large degree on what it is that you value, what your top traits are, so you can move towards them, okay? It's going to clarify in what areas you really strong suits are. And so when you're working within this community DAO, there's a number of things that you're going to have as an advantage. The first thing is that you're going to know what your personality temperament is and how you fit best within a group, okay? And what type of value you could be the best at providing within that group, right? Depending on your traits. If you're high openness, it's going to be very different than if you're high conscientiousness versus if you're an extrovert or agreeable, for example, okay? So that's the first part. That personality test is going to allow us to make sure that the groups, okay, personalities that are complementary with each other, that could work together. And so it has a self-organizing mechanism to it. The second thing is that this personality test is free. It's anonymous. You don't need to provide your name or anything like that. So that's the second piece of it. The third piece is that all the other tools are also going to be available within that community. Okay, so that includes spreadsheets, includes forms, includes all the other ways that we're organizing the project. And so all this bonus stuff is free. You can click on the links below, and then it should have all of it there for you. And you can jump in and join the community. And lastly, if you found this valuable, feel free to share it, because the faster we grow, okay, as a community, the more likely we are to have really dedicated members that bring value to the community. The more value that gets brought to the community, the more value the community has to give back to the members. So I hope you see that relationship. And so that's what we're working on, and I hope to see you there. All right.